Hi guys, Jay here, LVC, Live Open Chill, coming at you today with another hardware review. So today we're going to be looking at the nexMESH sub-tank from OFRF, or OFRF, as people are saying it. So, this tank, this was given to me by OFRF for purpose of review. So the idea with this that they've created with the nexMESH Sub-Ohm tank is that they've created something different within the market. So obviously everybody knows that there's mesh coils out there nowadays, and that's the thing, and that's the way that things are going. So what OFRF or ORF, I'm just going to call them ORF. I'm sorry if it's wrong, but I'm just going to call it ORF. Right, simple, straightforward, done. ORF. So what they've done here, they've created a conical mesh coil. So it's not a coil, but it is. It's a mesh sheet that folds around into a cone shape. So it's wider at the bottom, skinny at the top. So the way in which they've done that and why they've done that is, I was speaking to one of the guys at the expo, and he said basically what it is, it maximizes the airflow that goes into the bottom, and then it heats up from the bottom up as the coil heats up, thus creating like the heat that rises and the air intake that comes in. It creates like a pressurized, it's not pressurized, but you get the idea. It creates like some sort of force that goes up into the cone shape, and as it goes up into the cone shape, it gets tighter and restricts a piece. So therefore all the vapor and the flavor and everything gets compact and dense. It's really tight inside there, and then it goes through into the top chimney, which is even smaller again. So it's like a secondary chamber that they were saying. So within that, then obviously it compacts and gets dense right in, and then into your mouth. So the idea is, with it being cone shaped, it maximizes flavor and it creates something that's new on the market. Literally, you know, being a cone shape, no one's done a cone shaped cylindrical conical shape mesh coil before. So I think it's quite revolutionary. At the moment they've got two coils. So the first coil is the A1 mesh coil. By the way, this mesh is the same mesh that they've created for the profile RDA. So it's the same sort of nexMESH triple density mesh. It's the same material as what they're using for that. Anyway, that's a separate thing. So with this, it's the A1 coil. There's two coils, like I said. The A1 coil, which is straight cantful conical mesh coil, and it is a 0.2 ohm coil, and it runs at 75 to 80 watts. So moving on from that, the other coil that they do is this nexMESH stainless steel 316L conical mesh coil. So this is for temperature control. You don't have to use it in temperature control. It's slightly lower wattage than the A1 cantful coil, but it gives you the option to use it in it gives you the option to use it in temperature controlled mode. So the working temperature of that is 350 to 540 Fahrenheit, or Celsius, that is 150 to 280 Celsius. That's if you're using it as a temperature controlled coil. Then I don't use temperature controlled just because I've tried it and it wasn't for me. I could never get the settings right. Maybe I might try it, maybe I won't, I don't know. But on the flip side of that, you can use the stainless steel coil as a normal coil, and it runs between 55 and 75 watts. So it gives you a lighter, less warm vape, if you like. So yes, moving on from that, it's got the way in which they've designed it. So the coil is actually straight like a normal coil. In fact, I can show you one right now. So it's just a normal straight coil. Like, there's no cone on the coil. It's all inside on the screen, the mesh screen. So with this, they're using a system called TAS, where it should be TAWS, which is Twin Absorption Wicking System. So basically what it is, there's an inner and an outer coil wicking. So when I mean inner, I don't mean inside the actual cone shape itself. That's just pure mesh, which are like not normal mesh. They're not circles. They're like quite elongated oval shapes. So you've got the mesh, then you've got the inner cotton around that. Then there's like some sort of metal sheathing that goes over the top of that bit on the top just to stop it, because obviously it's cone shaped at the top, so they've had to put extra around there. So at some point there's going to be more cotton and then less cotton along the way, because there's no other way to do it otherwise. And then around the bottom bit there, you've got an extra layer of cotton that goes around. So there's inner cotton and outer cotton, and then within that there's like little holes that are cut out on two of the sides, two circle holes, which give it less cotton to the inner cotton just there. I think there is a little bit of a problem with this. I've experienced something, and I don't know if anybody else has. I think there's a little bit too less cotton around the bottom, so it overwicks itself. I have had a little bit of leakage from this. Like I said, this is going to be an honest review. I love the tank, and I love the look of it, and I love the flavour of it, and the cloud productions that I get off of it. But where I've had a couple of them, I left some juice in one of them and left it on its side. But I left the airflow open, and there was a bit of a leakage situation going on there. And another thing that I also found was, when I was vaping on it, I had to turn it right up in order to stop the spitting. It wasn't major, but it was enough to give me an unpleasant feeling. And when I mean spitting, it's like when you, like, if you just, I don't prime coils, but if you was to prime a coil, I've done it before but I don't do it now. If you was to prime a coil in the centre, and then the first hit you have, you get splatter. And I don't mean a big dollop of it, I mean just little spitty bits. So I found that at lower temperatures on the A1 Cantful coil, at the lower temperatures it would spit. So I've had to turn it right up. The coil says it's recommended for 85. So it's on 85 now. Nice flavour and dense clouds. So let's take you through this bad boy, the OFRF tank. So here we are down low. Nice clean packaging. I love this packaging. It's just super simple, super clean. Let's got all the search bar things going on here. So as if you was typing, it will bring up recommended suggestions. So you've got the barcode, black. You've got the OFRF.com security code, which you can scratch off and verify. Nice and clean on the front. I love it. It's like a menu of like a web page or something, or an app, or you know, you got the little things and the little things that you can click. And then on the back tells you what you've got, kit contents. So we have got nexMESH Sub-Ohm tank, 1 piece, user manual 1 piece, extra coil 1 piece, extra tube 1 piece, O-rings 1 bag. Attention, the OFF nexMESH sub tank is an electronic cigarette. Do not use if you're under the age of 21, 18 in the UK. Do not use during pregnancy or breastfeeding. Good move. Do not use if you have a heart disease or under severe hypertension or diabetes. Good call, I suppose. It's made in Shenzhen, designed in California, made in China. 21 plus. This is obviously not the UK retail version. This is going to be the American version, I do believe, because it's not the TPD compliant 2 mil capacity. I'd like to know what they're going to do to combat that. in all honesty. So let's take off the lid, let's have a dive down inside, let's have a look. So we have some stickers, some nice stickers. I do like their logo, it's quite like nice and clean. So there's some glossy stickers there. You get one instruction manual. So yeah, very clean, very straightforward, tells you how to take it all to pieces and change the coil. Nice, I'm liking it, shows you how to fill it up. So then it gives you a little information card there on, this is the nexMESH A1 coil, tells you the power rating, tells you the ohms, recommended power, shows you a picture of the coil. Turn it over, tells you about the stainless steel. That's a nice touch actually, showing you like the different power ratings of the coils on a bit of card. That's a nice touch. So then in the bottom we get our little bag. Oh my gosh, loads of O-rings. Oh, why did I open it? It's got a see-through back. What a plonker. So you get loads of O-rings in there. So you can colour coordinate it. Nice. And then pièce de résistance. What we've all been waiting for. We have the bubble glass, the 5.5mm bubble glass. And then we get the tank itself with the 4mm glass on there. Obviously this is the rest of the world version, not an EU version, because obviously the TPD wouldn't allow that. So I'll be interested to see what they do with the TPD version of this. So as you can see, beautiful, sexy, sleek. It's got all curves and all, you can see the profile of it. There's curves everywhere going, you know. I love it. With the bubble glass on especially, you get more curvy, like lucky and sexy design on there. So you've got an 810 style drip tip there with an inserted O-ring there, so you can fit multiple different drip tips in, you know, and they all fit nice and snug. The O-ring's quite a decent size, so it takes up any looseness, really good. Top fill cap, obviously it's a slide, so there's an arrow just there, so you slide it back. There's a membrane at the top just there that if you use to pierce, so it's got flaps. I'm trying to get the light here, so that goes in there. Obviously it's in there quite a lot, but when you take it out, so you can get this, it seals itself again. So yeah, that's that. Nice. That is quite stiff. I love the fact that that is stiff. Just under there you can see there's a little track bit there, so there we go. It's hard to see in this light, I do apologise, but that's where, oh, you can see the little pin just inside the glass there. There's a little pin, so that pin actually is what is causing friction in this gap here to make it nice and tight. That's lovely. That tri airflow at the bottom, lovely, nice and buttery smooth. It's got a stop at each end, so it stops. Branding on the side of the chimney there, with the chimney being part exposed to allow for wicking. Easy undo at the bottom to change the coil. It is a bit dry obviously. As you can see inside there, there's a gold plated plate with two little prongs that come up. That makes the contact onto the bottom of the coil. Coil just pulls out nice and easy like so. This is a closer look at the coil now. So as you can see, dual layered on the wicking, so you can see right inside there. That's quite nice as it goes, cone shape. Yeah, really good, decent. So while we're here, let's just show you how easy it is to put this on. So there is another bit of the compression chamber. There's that pin that I was telling you about. That goes on onto this bit. So it rubs on the inside of there. There's a groove. So that pin is pushed in there. It gives you the friction. This is the compression chamber that I was on about, the second compression chamber. Let's put the big glass on. Nice and snug. Simple. As quick as that. Now look at that. Look how sexy and sleek this looks. I just love it. Coil goes in. Super simple to design. Like, the device is just amazing. Super simple. Just went together so easy. So yeah, this is amazing. I love it. It's just sexy. It just looks gorgeous. Like the curves, and like it just looks so sleek. And it's easy to take apart. Coil, bang, bang, done. Glass, bang, bang, done. Super simple. It just fits together. Look, there's no cross threading or nothing. It just fit together so easy. There, I've just stripped that down and put that back together in a matter of seconds. Seriously. So yeah, let's take you back up top. Let's hit this bad boy up, and I'll tell you what I think. Easy fill top cap. Slides lovely. You've got your silicone membrane or whatever it is inside there. Push your nozzle in, squeeze it. If you're out and about and you've got anything over like a 50ml bottle, say if you've got 100 or 120ml bottle, it's going to be wider than normal. You have trouble getting it in there without taking the drip tip off. I particularly don't really want to be taking the drip tip off while I'm out and about filling up, because this tank does drink some liquid. That's a bit of a con in my eyes, that it's not wide enough. The drip tip doesn't quite fit in there, and it can like not pierce into the membrane properly, and it can cause a bit of an issue. But take it out, squeeze it in, then put your drip tip back in. Not ideal, I know. Probably not one of the biggest cons that you could come up with, but nevertheless, it is a con in my eyes. Like, easy to change the coil, even with juice in there. Obviously, you can't have too much juice in there. It can't be a full tank because there's cutouts on the chimney stack there. So it has to be below the cutouts, and then you can undo your coil, pop it out, pop it in. See, there's no resistance there whatsoever. Maybe this one has not got the best O-rings in it. That's why I got the seepage. I'm not too sure. But hopefully that's all I think. Well, hopefully that's what I hope it is. Not that's what I think it is, because I don't know. But apart from that, beautiful, lovely, sleek looking designs. I just love the look of it. Like, I haven't thought that about a tank in a long time, thinking, that looks nice. This really does. Performance really well. I'm taking bigger hits than usual on this. It is running low on juice, very, very low on juice. The harder I do hit it, I do get now some little spitty backs in there. It feels like all the juice isn't atomizing properly, or it's cooling down as it's that second chamber, so it's turning into liquid. Now I've been using it's warming up, I can taste the warm, like you can feel the warmth in there. And it stopped. Once it's warm, chain vape that a couple of times. Whew. Chain vape that a couple of times, and it seems to stop. So I think it's over wicking itself slightly, but yeah, really good. All in all, I would give this a healthy 8.5 out of 10 any day of the week. Possibly 9.5, But there's just them couple of little things where it leaked on me a little bit. Not leaked, but seeped. Mate, liquid came out, it leaked. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It leaked. Wasn't a great amount, but it did leak. Also, I've got to run the A1 cam. This particular coil, I will try other coils just to see if it was that, but I've got to run this particular coil at top end just because it was giving me some sort of spit back, or not some sort of spit back, just because it was giving me spit back. And I had to remove the drip tip in order to fill up with a bigger bottle than 50ml. Anything above 50ml, the wider bottles, I had to take the drip tip out to fill it out, to fill it up. Anything wider than 50ml, I had to take the drip tip out just in order to get the nozzle right into the membrane. So yeah, lovely mod. I've done it again, dickhead. So yeah, lovely tank, beautiful. If this was to break on me, how likely would it be I would go out and get another one? In all honesty, I really do think that I would get another one of these. I don't say that about a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks are meh, you know, yeah, they're good flavour, cores are good, but this one is just giving me, I don't know. I've been using this solidly for over a week now. It's the first time that I've sub-ohmed in that length of time in a long time. I know it's been over a week, it's been about a week and a half, but you know, I'm loving the flavour of this. I'm loving the experience that this is giving me. Good job, OFRF, and thank you for giving this to me for the purpose of this review. Please keep an eye on the channel very closely, because I did get a spare one of these, and obviously, like I said before, I was gonna do a competition, or giveaway should I say, when I hit 1,000 subs, which was for the Puma Vapor Storm mod. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give one of these OFF tanks away with that mod. So you're going to be able to win this. The way that you're going to be able to win this, I haven't decided yet, but it will be coming soon. As soon as I get over the 1,000 mark, I will be putting a post somewhere or doing a little video somewhere to let you guys know how you can get hold of this setup. So it's going to be the OFF sub-mesh tank, nexMESH sub tank, and it's going to be the Vapor Storm Puma device as a giveaway with the line of Blasi liquid, courtesy of Daily Vape TV. So keep tuned for that one. As soon as I reach over the 1,000 subs, I will be putting it out there so everybody knows where they can go and do it. So guys, thank you very much for joining me today. It's been excellent. I'm Jay, LVC, Live Vape and Chill Reviews. Peace out, keep it cloudy, vape safe.